Properties of liquids. Liquids have no definite shape but have fixed volume. Liquids take the shape of the container. That means you put liquid in any container, it will take shape of that particular container. The space between the particles is intermediate. That means it is not very high, it is not very low, it is intermediate. The force of attraction between the particles is intermediate. The movement of the particles is also intermediate. They are less compressible. Solids, we all know that they are not compressible at all, but liquids, they are less compressible as compared to gases. Their rate of diffusion is more than solids. So whenever we study these properties, always try to compare it with solid and liquid and gases so that it becomes easy for us to understand. Now let's see the next. Properties of gases. Gases have no definite shape or fixed volume. Gases occupy the whole space of the container. So gases, they don't have specific shape, they don't have specific volume, fixed volume, but they take up or they occupy whole space of the container. The space between the particle is maximum. So you can see it on the slide that particles are away from each other. The force of attraction between the particles is minimum. The force of attraction between the particle is minimum. They don't have force of attraction at all. The movement of the particle is also maximum. Because they are not nearby to each other, they move randomly. They are most compressible. Their rate of diffusion is more than solids and liquids. So I hope properties of solid, liquid and gases are clear. See this image. Here you can see the arrangements of particles. In solid state, you can see that particles are very closely packed. In liquid, it is intermediate, that is medium. And in gases, they are just randomly present. Okay. You can see the picture of beaker where the arrangements of molecule is shown. In solid, tightly packed. Liquid, they are loosely packed. And in gas, they are randomly present. Now we need to understand what is change of state. When a solid is heated, it changes into liquid. When a liquid is heated, it changes into gas. When a gas is cooled, it changes to liquid. When a liquid is cooled, it changes into solid. So here we come to know that these states can be changed from one form to another. For example, ice is in solid state. It can be converted into water, which is in liquid state, which can be further converted into gas, which is in gaseous state. Okay. If ice is heated, it changes into water. If water is heated, it changes into steam. If steam is cooled, it changes into water. If water is cooled, it changes into ice. So this flowchart which is there, that is very important, children. You should understand that solids after heating gets converted to liquid, after heating gets converted into gaseous state, and these things can be reversed. The particles are close together, cannot move in case of solid, but the particles moves faster and further they get converted into liquid. From liquid to gaseous state, what happens? The particles are far apart and move very quickly and randomly into steam. In this way, we can see that there is change of state. The clear picture is shown over here where you understand how ice gets converted into water after melting, how water gets converted into boiling water once the heat is given to it, and then when maximum heat is given, it gets converted into gaseous state. Okay? Now let's see the definition of melting or fusion. When a solid is heated, the particles begin to vibrate with greater speed and begin to move more freely. Then, at a particular temperature, the solid melts and changes into liquid. So, the temperature at which a solid melts is called as melting point. Latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure. What is boiling point? Boiling is bulk phenomenon. When a liquid boils, the bulk of the liquid changes into vapor. So when a liquid is heated, it begins to move even faster, and in this way, the liquid gets converted into gaseous state.